this is Idam, and this video will be about Introduction to Java. This video will cover what Java is, the basics about it, the importance of Java, how to install a software by using Eclipse, and how to create a program. So what exactly is Java? Although Java is an island of Indonesia archipelago, it is also well known as a software platform, a computer programming language, and a widely used technology worldwide. The Java programming language was invented by a man called James Gosling, who earned a Bachelor of Science in Computer Science from the University of Calgary and a PhD in Computer Science from Carnegie Mellon University. He and his team first got the idea of creating Java in 1991 at Sun Microsystems Inc., and later released it in 1995. Java then became a core component of the Java platform. As a few years went by, Sun Microsystems Inc. was bought by Oracle Inc. But what can Java do? Well, Java can do everything you can imagine. It allows you to play games on mobile phones, chat via webcam, render 3D models, process banking transactions, control robots, and so much more. A couple of interesting facts about Java is that its slogan is "Write once, run anywhere." This basically means that the very same program or coding you write will run on Windows, Unix, Mac, Linux, and other operating systems. This was called Java version 1.0, and it was something that no other programming language could do. During that time, C and C++ were the most commonly used languages for developing applications, but ever since Java had been released, it became very popular quickly. Another interesting fact is that there are many versions of Java with different features. For example, when Java or JDK 1.1 was released in February 1997, it had additional features such as a better event, which is known as Java Beans. Now let's move on to why we use Java. Java overall is based on object-oriented programming, which is also called OOP. Object-oriented programming works by modeling applications on real-world objects. Using this is very beneficial in many ways. It has easy code maintenance, where OOP makes it easy to make applications modular, code reuse, where you get to shorten your development time, and extendability, where you get to use an existing class to extend your code. Now that you know a rough idea of Java, let's get to installing Eclipse, a software application where it uses the language Java. Then we will learn how to make a program on that application. Okay, so this is a tutorial on how to install Eclipse on Mac. So the first thing you do is go to eclipse.org, click on download, and you should see Mac OS download. Click download again. It should be downloading right there. And as soon as it's installed, you can click on it. You can put the installer inside the applications so that it's in the Launchpad. So if you go to Launchpad, you will be able to see the installer. You open it. It may take a few seconds to load. And once it's done loading, you should see Eclipse IDE for Java developers. And you install that. This one should also maybe take a few seconds to load, but it should be fine. Almost there. Okay, now launch it. And you will press the launch button. Once that's done loading, you will go to File and click New, then go to Java Project. Once you click on that, you can create a project name. So in this case, I'm using test. Then you would click next, and you can see the result of what it's going to be. So you press finish, click on that test folder, and go to SRC. You right click it, and once you go to new, you will create a class. Once you click on that, you get to name that file whatever you want. So in this case, I'm going to use Hello World. Then you will click on that checkbox called Public Static Void. Once that's done, you can start coding. So for example, my code will be system.out.println hello world. And once that's done, you can save your code by clicking on that, and then do the run button, which is the green one, and you will get to see your result in the terminal. And that's pretty much how you install Eclipse and write a program on there. Now, everyone doesn't own a Mac, so here's a tutorial on how to install Eclipse on Windows. It is pretty similar to the Mac installation. So the first thing you have to do is go to eclipse.org, click on the download button. Once you have pressed on it, you should see download 64-bit. You can go ahead and click on that. Then go to your file explorer and click on downloads. Click on the very first file you see. Click on the run button. Once you have done that, you should see a lot of options to choose from. But because this unit is about Java, we'll be choosing Eclipse IDE for Java developers. Then click on the install button and wait for it to download. After it fully downloads, click on the launch button and you should see the workspace title. Right after the user slash, you can go ahead and type your name on it. You can click on the launch button again, and it should have various links of what you can do. Click on the create a new Java project link and write what your project name would like to be where it says project name. Then click on the finish button. Once you have done that, click on the SRC, click on New, and click on Package. It should ask you for the package name, so you can name it whatever you want. Click on the Finish button again. Your package should show up under the SRC now. You can then right-click on your package, click on New, and click on Class. Now write what you want your class name to be. Click on the Public Static Void Main checkbox, and then click on Finish. You should always click on that checkbox unless you are going to create something a little different, which will be covered later on. Anyways, now that you've created a class, you can write your code, such as the one you see here. You can run your program by pressing the green and white button, and it should show what your code looks like in the terminal. Once you have finished that, you are pretty much all done with installing Eclipse. And congratulations, you just learned the history and importance of Java and how to create a program. Hope you are able to understand Java better than before, and see you next time.